Hi everyone, I am Giselle Musa, a BSES 3A student.
My name is Mark Vincent B. Peroy.
My name is Sarmi Masubay Pindas from BSES3A.
I'm Reforzado Roberto Jr. from BSES 3A.
My name is Riza Macy Rivero. I'm from BSES 3A, and
Our
our
topic
topic
is
was
all
about
about
forest
forest
resources.
The term forest is derived from the Latin word foris, meaning outside originally. It is uncultivated and uninhabited village, boundary consisting of natural plants, example, trees and grasses. Why it is called uninhabited village? Because no humans live here except wildlife, and it is consist of trees and grasses only. It is an associated of plants, natural and cultivated predominantly trees. In the word Allen and Sharpe, forest is a community of trees and associated organisms covering a considerable area, utilizing air, water, and minerals to attain maturity and to produce and capable of furnishing mankind with indispensable product and services. I have here some image of forest. What are those forest resources? Those natural assets of forest lands, including timber and other forest crops, biological diversity, recreation, fish and wildlife habitat, wilderness, rare, distinctive flora and fauna, air, water, soil, climate, and educational aesthetics and historic values. I have here some examples about minor forest products, just like bamboo mat, fruits molutus, olive oil, and etc.
On my part, I would like to discuss about the functions of forest. First is a habitat is the natural home or environment of a plant, animal, and other living organism. It provides the organisms that live there with food, water, shelter, and space to survive. The importance of forests is cannot be underestimated. In fact, we depend to forests on our survival form. Example, from the air we breathe. Next is an economic function. Wood is a renewable raw materials which can be produced relatively eco-friendly and used for economic purposes. Forests are recognized as an integral part of national economics, providing a wide range of production inputs, environmental goods, food, fuel, medicines, household equipment, building materials, and raw materials for industrial processing. The third one is protection function. It can be classified into 6 categories. First is soil protection. The trees are even more important in preventing soil erosion. Second will be the water protection. Trees and other vegetation can improve the water quality by preventing erosion, breaking down pollutants, and providing shade. Next is climate protection. Through the forest, the temperature fluctuation can be compensated and air quality improved. Forests are establishing pores for a climate. They regulate ecosystem, protect biodiversity, play an integral part in carbon cycle, support livelihoods, and support goods and services that can drive sustainable development. Under the emission protection, forests as a filter of soot, dust, gases, and radioactive substances. Forests can be an oxygen supplier. They are vital in ensuring that the atmosphere remains oxygen-rich. The last protection function of the forest is flood protection. Forests can soak up excess rainwater, preventing runoffs and damage from flooding. By releasing water in the dry season, forests can also help provide clean water and mitigate the effects of drought. The number 4 function of the forest is regeneration function. It can enhance the supply of ecosystem services that have been depleted by land degradation, including through the protection and rehabilitation of watersheds, increase in carbon storage, and recovery of native biodiversity. The last but not the least function of the forest is the special function of it. Forests are also important repositories of biological diversity as well as in recreation and ecotourism.
In this video, I will be discussing the causes and effects of deforestation. The number one causes of deforestation is shifting cultivation or zoom cultivation. What is called zoom cultivation? Shifting cultivation or zoom predominantly practiced in the northeastern states of India. Sweden agriculture, also known as shifting cultivation, refers to a technique of rotational farming in which land is cleared for cultivation, normally by fire, and then left to regenerate after a few years. Commercial logging. What causes commercial logging? Responsible logging can lead to decrease in biodiversity or even extinctions. Is commercial logging bad? Logging increases the likelihood of the introduction and spread of lethal tree diseases through a variety of methods. Stumps left behind and after logging operations have much higher incidence of infection than do living trees. Number 3. Need for fuel wood. Wood is considered humankind's very first source of energy. Wood fuel denominates all types of bioenergy carriers originating directly or indirectly from woody biomass. Wood fuels can be used in the form of fuel wood, where the original composition of the wood is preserved, charcoal, black liquor, and other wood fuels such as ethanol. Expansion for agribusiness. Agricultural expansion is the conversion of non-agricultural lands to agricultural lands. For example, conversion of forested lands to crops, wetlands to rice fields, or fish ponds or natural grasslands. The number one effects of deforestation is soil erosion and loss of soil fertility. Next is decrease of rainfall due to effect of hydrological cycle, expansion of deserts, climate change and depletion of water table, loss of biodiversity, and environmental changes and disturbance in forest ecosystems.
Conservation of forest. Forest conservation is the practice of planting and maintaining forested areas for the benefit and sustainability of future generations. The conservation of forests also stands and aims at a quick shift in the composition of tree species and age distribution. Forest conservation involves the upkeep of the natural resources within a forest that are beneficial to human and environment. Forests are vital for human life because they provide a diverse range of resources. They store carbon and act as carbon sink, produce oxygen which is vital for existence of life on Earth. So they are rightly called as earthlang. Help in regulating hydrological cycle, planetary climate, purify water, provide wildlife habitat. 50% of the Earth biodiversity occurs in forests. Reduce global warming, absorb toxic gases and noise, reduce pollution, conserve oil, mitigate natural hazards such as floods and landslides, and so on. Various strategies for the conservation of forest and awareness to people, which plays a vital role for maintaining a proper balance of environment, so we must get involved in this national task.
Factors towards a sustainable forest resources management. Here are the factors towards a sustainable forest resources management. Land use policy and planning. Forests need to be recognized as a major renewable natural resources of value for present and future generations. Consequently, The maintenance and sustainable management of these resources must be an important element in the overall development objective of optimizing land uses while ensuring environmental stability. Next is policy interaction between forestry and related sectors such as agriculture, animal husbandry, industry, energy, and mining. These are the key importance in the monitoring of impact and interaction, particularly in areas bordering on forest, in order to induce and develop consistency and complementarities with forest management activities. Next is fiscal policy. This policy is for forestry activities requiring a careful attention. More important is the way these policies influence the willingness and ability of the entity in charge of forest management to invest in its sustainability. Last is the price policy. For all marketed forest goods and services are important in determining the economics of forest management, particularly the levels of investment and in reinvestment that will be directed to conserving and improving forest resources. Beyond the above-mentioned policy aspects, forest policy help maintain healthy forest ecosystem, which is essential for working towards a sustainable future and improving our quality of life.